Hey everyone, I'm Cubastic and here I am in my workshop. This is my 3D printer and it just finished printing another puzzle which we will try to solve today. The interesting thing is that I didn't print with one printer but with two, because the puzzle consists of pieces of different colors. One color is the basis and it is such a blue color. And also we have 9 white shapeless elements that we have to put all in a frame. By the way, this is my new workshop. Now I will create all my puzzles here. I really hope that this will develop into something more ambitious, that we will open our own production, we will make our own puzzles, but that's all later, and for now, please subscribe to the channel and let's start solving the puzzle called Ice right away. It is called Ice because it looks like broken pieces of ice that we need to combine together. Naturally, there is a field in which you need to place all the details, and these are the details that have completely different shapes. And something tells me that it will be difficult to do this. The difficulty lies not only in the fact that the parts have completely different shapes, but also in the fact that we can place them both in this way and upside down. As a result, there are twice as many combinations. There are only 9 parts, but nevertheless, this is the most difficult 10th level puzzle difficulty. Let's not delay, we will immediately start solving. Well, write in the comments how long you think it will take me to cope with this puzzle. Let's try to place them right away. And it seems to me that we don't even need a frame to begin with. We'll place them right here on the table. Just keeping in mind the size of this frame more or less. The trickiest thing is that I already know that these corner pieces don't surely have to be in the corner of the frame, they may be located somewhere in the center. Since this puzzle is so difficult, it needs to be approached with extreme caution. And first thing we need to understand if we can solve it just by matching the details in the usual way and finding the position of each detail in its place, or do we need maybe to place details in some unusual way. You probably know that puzzles of this complexity definitely have some pretty tricky ways to place pieces. And I'm wondering if this is applicable in this case. So, well, for now it's quite easy. See? Can I really get through this quickly now? Here it is, and that's it. Not bad for a start. I placed 8 parts out of 9 in literally a minute, but unfortunately this will be difficult. We already know it is almost impossible. All I want to do initially is to minimize the free space between the parts and place them as close to each other as possible. By the way, these two details fit well together. Now we need to find a place for this detail. I can already guarantee that these two parts are not as they should be, because here we simply cannot place anything from the available parts. Therefore, we most likely need to turn it over. Here, good, now we have something. Oh, look how cool it turns out. We have some free space here. Well, it looks good so far. That can be so too. This is how it can be. Oh, look, I think this is the perfect for piece position, the minimum amount of free space. And if I can manage to place the rest here, it will be just wonderful. So I like the way it is. Look, 5 parts are settled, there are 4 left. So... Folks, to be honest, I think I'm getting close. Look. There are only 2 parts left. Damn! And I was already hoping that everything would work out. What if I put this here? Will this little thing fit here? No, it will not work out, and it looks strange. Doesn't work. Let's try all the options for placing these details here. So this will definitely not get in here. So either this is how you need to do it, or... How is that possible? Well, how is it possible? Look, I went through all the options and none of them fit. But how cool does it look, yeah? As if everything is already done, as if the last step is so close. I can already clearly understand that they should be placed really close to each other, and there should not be a single free square like this. If, for example, this square was free here, we would then solve this puzzle, and so here we have to think more. Done. If there is free space, it will no longer work. We already know for sure that we will run out of space. And if you try to put the parts somehow in this diagonal order, like this one, will it work? Because there is not enough free space here, and these details fit together pretty well this way. Yeah, that may work, because in my practice there have already been puzzles that have been solved in some completely unusual ways. Let's try to do this. For example, look. They are almost on the same level. Look, here. It could be somehow placed like this, right? And here, for example, this detail will be here. It doesn't have to be even. Cool. Oh, that's not bad, by the way. This option is interesting. This is here. Also fits. Also fits. Damn, is it really just this way it will be solved? No. Doesn't work. Ah! I can already see that nothing will fit here. Not a single detail can fit here. There is not so thin element, only this one. If they interchange with each other, then it's possible only in such a way. Or like this, but this is pretty unlikely. And like this, by the way. And this way. I'll go back to the beginning after all. I will try to solve all this outside the frame, because so far all my attempts are useless. By the way, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on all notifications. In one of the following videos, I will show you how to set the world record by solving a Rubik's Cube in 3 seconds. Make sure you don't miss it. The puzzle is done so well. It looks like there are completely random shapes of the elements, and almost every element fits each other. We can perfectly match almost any two random elements. And that will be wrong, a super tricky puzzle. It is necessary to search for some non-standard method for sure, some complex secret that we cannot see, which is not obvious, but you need to look for it. I really want to believe that this thing will be placed in the corner. And since it is symmetrical at all sides, it doesn't matter from what angle we start placing it. Let's say from here, but here it has a big advantage. It clearly makes an angle of 45 degrees from the backside. So if we start to add further details, like this, they will also be at an angle, and all that's left is to find the other details and fit them. I can't put them differently. All parts really fit this way, as it should be. The puzzle dictates its own rules, and I don't like it. It forces you to put the parts perpendicular to each other. It forces you to make them match perfectly, each with its own side, like this. As I said at the beginning, each side can coincide with each other. And it distracts me a lot. In the meantime, a full 20 minutes have passed. A really difficult thing. God, only 9 elements. Only 9. So I really feel that the tricky part lies in one single element. Here one of the elements may be uneven. It can be like this. Well, it is unlikely, of course. Most likely it can be something like this, diagonally, see? Right now, better, you see? And here, theoretically, another element can fit too well. Here, somehow like this. There's little to do, we just need to find this element. But for now... I feel lost. I already have no idea really what and where should be put. It seems to me that we need to use these 45 degrees here, this opportunity, but how, it is not clear yet. 45 degrees, this means you need to somehow put the details like this is how it can be, or something like this. Maybe, by the way, cool, there's something about it. And how to add everything else, like this? Or also look for some similar options, like... Oh, well, then you need to put some other details here. Let's try it. I like this option. So let's remember it, let's try to implement it. What else could there be? Is that how it can be? Unlikely. This way? Oh, this fits here, but we won't put anything there. I already know for sure that not a single detail should be here. Something like this? Does it fit? Oh, not bad. Really? Did you understand? This could be the key to the solution. So this here, it fits in here, only this. It fits in here. Yes, okay. Yes, yes! I was right! The puzzle was solved in 35 minutes 48 seconds. This was the key to the solution. This stupid triangle which I just wanted to put in the very corner of the structure. Somewhere here, but it turned out to be like this. Damn! This is awesome! Guys, don't know about you, but I'm extremely inspired by this puzzle. Because it proves once again that even the most impossible things can be realized only if you think a little in a special way. A little bit out of the box, add a little logic and everything will work out. I don't know, I'm just delighted, first by the complexity of this puzzle and at the same time by the simplicity of its design and the secret of solving. This is incredible.